York, where crowds still gather whenever the Hindenburg flies over, it's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, former Miss Universe Shawn Weatherly, actor-comedian Harry Shearer, and harmonica player Toots Thielsman. Also, Brush with Greatness. And now, a man who will raise the cash somehow, but you'll have to be patient, David Letterman.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the program. It's a big night for us. We're back after actually a week vacation. It was on the air. It looked like a 2-week vacation, but it was only a 1-week vacation. And Paul, let's do something special because it's our first night back. Right here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Okay, thank you very much. Gosh, I hope you enjoyed that. And you know, people always say, you did enjoy that? Did Toots play along on that? Where was Toots?
Yeah, he was on that.
Did we hear Toots? Do it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, fine. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just say something here. This part of the show, it's not really part of the show. Nowhere on a rundown will you find this scheduled into the program. This is our bonus to you, the home viewers. This costs you absolutely nothing. People always say to me, Dave, what did you do on your vacation? And you know what? This time I just stayed in New York City. And it was interesting. I did a lot of the things that you don't do when you're working in town. You just take some time off and relax. I went fishing. You're going to laugh. You're going to snicker. I went fishing in the East River. Now, it has a bad reputation, and people make fun of it. And I'm telling you, the smell is not that bad. I guess the only real problem, my line kept snagging on bloated mob informants. That was the only. Toots, get ready with a solo, all right? Be ready. You know, you see them all the time, this where are they now kind of thing. Where is this one, where is that one? I saw an interesting thing about the man who played Bozo the Clown. Bozo the Clown. You know Bozo the Clown?
I remember him, sure.
So people say, well, where is Bozo now? Well, the New York Times is on the inside of the first page. It said, where is he now? Well, it turns out he's now working as director of plant safety for Union Carbide. I thought that was it. Thank you very much. We got a great show, don't we? This is exciting. You know what's going on tonight? You know what's going on? The Today Show. Well, you've already seen it now because it's happened earlier today. The Today Show is on. It comes on at dawn. And it runs till what, noon, Paul?
At least noon, yeah.
And if you've never seen the show, here's what they do. They sign on. They have a really fat guy. Nice guy. I like fat people. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to get anything started here, but he's a really big guy. 300 pounds easily. 350 with his toupee.
Cut it up.
So they come on at dawn, and they have recipes, and they have cartoons. They show cartoons, don't they? They have cartoons, yeah. And then they have some news and stuff. Now, this show's been on the air. They've been on the air, what, 30 years, the Today Show? Tonight they get their own primetime show. Tonight, from 8 to 9, right?
You're kidding. No,
that's right. Exactly. That was my reaction. They're getting it. You're kidding. No, they get a primetime show. Not only that, but they're replacing Dick Clark's bloopers and whatever that is. So anyway, now this show takes place, they're taping it in a few minutes. They're taping it about 25 minutes, beginning at 6 o'clock. Now, they're taping it outside of this building here. We're in Midtown Manhattan. And so we're going to go over there and annoy them. 30 minutes. And, of course, we always have Paul in the band. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Close. Okay. Tonight, Sean Weatherly is here, and wouldn't you know it, what a coincidence, we have some people from Sean's hometown tonight in the audience. Right up there. Oh, Harry Shearer, Paul's old friend. Harry Shearer, a very funny young man, is with us. And in the band tonight, Toots Thielmans, ladies and gentlemen. Toots. How often do you have to clean that thing out, Toots? Yeah, frequently, I hope. Okay. All right, now we're going to go up into the studio audience. We're going to talk with some of the wonderful people who come to our program every night. Walk this way, ladies and gentlemen, if you will. We have a microphone. How do you do? Thank you. Blue cards and a microphone. Thank you very much. We have here something that we like to call, is this working? Am I working? Hello, hello. Is that working? Are we all right? Okay. Something we call Brush with Greatness. People in the audience at some time in their lives have had an encounter with a celebrity, a famous person, so on and so forth. And tonight they're going to tell us about it. But tonight we've added something a little differently. We're going to do something a little differently. In the past, these stories have been all right. But we were hoping that they would be, you know, blockbusters, really just explode with excitement. So tonight we've done something a little different, as I said. We've added some writer's embellishments to these stories, and let's just see how this works. Is there a Mike Bicknell here? Mr. Bicknell. Mr. Bicknell, come on down and get the keys to your Buick. Mr. Bicknell, where? Oh, Mike, nice to see you, sir. How are you? Where are you from, Mike?
Originally New Orleans.
New Orleans is a lovely city. Where do you live now?
Here.
New York City? What do you do for a living?
I go to Hunter College.
Hunter College? What are you studying there?
Film.
I thought perhaps you were studying the art of the handshake. Will you let all right, Mike, nice to have you here. And you have a story, A Brush with Greatness.
Right. Okay. I was at church about 8 years ago, and
no, why are they laughing at that? Oh, 8 years ago. But you've been more frequently, I guess, since?
Yeah.
Yeah. When was the last time you were in church?
8 years ago. And
didn't have anything to do with the way you're dressed, does it? No. Okay.
And I met Ann B. Davis.
From the Brady Bunch and the Bob Cummings show? Yeah.
With her two poodles. It was a Bless the Animals Day.
Bless the Animals Day? Yeah.
All right.
Well, this is a very nice story.
All right.
And is there more to this story?
Well, actually, there is.
Okay.
Okay. And then a small boy stepped forward, and his dog had a terrible limp. Anne laid her hands on the dog's injured paw, and he was healed.
Oh, unbelievable. That's unbelievable. My God. What a story. Now, that's great. That just works out terrifically, didn't it?
Actually,
it's a true story,
yeah,
sure.
There's
more?
There's more.
Excuse me, Bill. There's apparently more here. Okay, Mike, what's the rest of it?
And for the next hour, she wandered through the church, healing animals and people alike.
Okay, is that about it? Yeah, that's close enough. Okay, thanks, Mike. We have a Today's Show T-shirt. Thank you very much. Healing animals and people alike? Unbelievable. You know, you think after that you'd go back more frequently. Is there a Kevin Miney? Am I pronouncing your name properly?
Yes, you
It
are.
is Kevin?
Yes.
Good. Nice to see you, Kevin. Where are you from, sir?
Woodside, New York.
What do you do for a living?
Work in a liquor store.
And again, people laughed at that. No. You enjoy that kind of work?
Sure.
How long have you done that?
About 3 years.
Do you drink yourself?
No.
Oh. Really? You don't drink at all?
No.
All right. All right. Tell me about your brush with greatness, Kevin.
I met Evel Knievel at a bar in Fort Lauderdale in 1980.
He doesn't drink, though. The man, of course, doesn't drink. I guess you're making a delivery, probably, weren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Evel Knievel, Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
He came over, had a beer with us, talked to us for about 15 minutes.
Nice enough man?
Yeah, he was all right.
Yeah. And is there more to this story?
I became good friends with him, and he invited me to be strapped underneath his rocket cycle as he jumped Snake Canyon. at the end, I was a terrible mess, really disfigured. But Evil, he dug into his own pocket and paid for the reconstruction surgery. I look a lot better now.
All right. Thank you very much, Kevin. We have for you a Today Show T-shirt.
There you go. Thank you.
Well, these writers' embellishments, they work out very nicely. We could sell these to the Reader's Digest. We have time for one more? Do we have Marie Joyce? Marie, how are you? Oh, nice to see you. Where are you from, Marie?
Right, Westbrook, Maine.
Westbrook, Maine?
Yes.
What part of the state is Westbrook, Maine?
Right outside Portland.
Mm-hmm. What do you do for a living there?
I'm working in a real estate company as a secretary.
And what brings you to New York?
To see a show.
Well, that's very nice of you. How long a trip was that?
It was 1 hour by Peoples.
Mm-hmm. And you going right back after the show?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's no fun. You should have dinner or something.
Yeah, but we have to work tomorrow, and my mother does too. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of a grueling trip.
It's fun.
Well, I hope you win a car or something while you're here.
Thanks.
All right, Marie, tell me about your brush with greatness.
When I was 15, I sunbathed topless on Joe Garagiola's penthouse apartment in Marco Island, Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And later I returned to...
Oh, no, wait a minute. And did anything else happen?
Why, yes, something did. Later, I returned to recover the top portion of my bathing suit, and Joe was there. He seduced me with heady wine and song, and I became his child bride. I bore him 13 strapping sons. All in all, life with Joe has been heaven on earth, except for having to shave his back every 2 weeks. I have no...
My, oh my.
Yeah, it's tough.
And anything else there?
No.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
Well, that's a very nice story. Let's see. We have a lovely Today Show T-shirt for you.
There we go.
All right.
There you are, Marie. Nice meeting you. Have a good trip back. Come down anytime. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. We'll be right back here with Sean Weatherly. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the program. Our good friend Paul Shearer is there. Did you have a nice vacation, Paul?
I had a nice time, David. I was up in Thunder Bay,
Ontario.
Canada.
Yeah.
It's cold and desolate.
Even this time of year it's cold?
Yeah, it was like November weather.
It's a lumber town, isn't it? Or used to be?
It's a big pulp paper town and a grain elevator town.
Yeah.
And the weather is just sad. It's like in Little Abner when there was a cloud over that guy. It's like that cloud is there.
There's always a cloud over Thunder Bay.
Yeah, and the people up there say one of two things. They were saying to me, boy, we had a nice day last week. You missed too bad. And then they were saying, boy, I remember 2 summers ago, you know, we had a great summer, but...
Well, nice to have you back.
Thank you. They do
Your
swing
folks
in their own way up there, though. Their own northern.
They do what?
They do swing in their own northern kind of way.
I bet they do.
And what about you, David? How did you spend your...
You know, I spent most of the time working on my air guitar, and pretty well. You know, pretty good. I never left the house. Oh, you know, it's interesting. I'll just take 1 second here. Time magazine, the new issue about the Sean Penn Madonna wedding.
Yeah.
This is a list of the people there. Brat Pack members Emilio Estevez, Judd Nelson, TV talk show host David Letterman.
Wait a minute. Hold it.
I wasn't there.
Were you at the Madonna
No,
wedding?
I wasn't there.
You weren't there?
I wasn't there. And the reason I bring this up because they're likely to see this after the heat of the honeymoon blows over, and they read this and they say, "What, you mean that Weasel Letterman was there? We didn't get a gift from this guy?" So I wasn't there.
I think you got to send them a gift anyway.
No. You know what happened? We lived just down the street from this top secret hideout where they had a ranger station somewhere in the Angeles National Forest.
Yeah.
And so on our way to a movie, we just kind of drove by the house.
And somebody saw you driving by?
Put us on the list, yeah.
That's how you got on the list? What movie were you going to see?
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh.
Thank you. People are at home saying to themselves, this guy has no life. They drive by and look at other people's weddings, and then he goes to see Pee-wee Herman. Oh, yeah. Apparently he's much older than he looks. Is that it? Are we done with the show? Good night. See you tomorrow. No. Let's bring out our first guest. Boy, I want to get into this a little later, but Joan Collins has lost her mind. I can't talk about it now. I saw her a week ago on the Today Show trying on hats. Let's have Joan Collins on. What does she do? Well, she tries on hats.
On hats.
Great. My first guest was Miss Universe in 1980. This is a lovely woman. I just met her earlier. She is now the star of a summer series on ABC, on NBC. On NBC, it's called Ocean Quest, and according to her press release, she lived as the only woman among men for a solid year. Please welcome Sean Weatherly.
Sean, nice to see you.
How are you?
Oh, by the way.
You look very nice.
Thank you.
What is that? What do you call that deal? That's a one-piece deal, isn't it?
It's a pseudo wetsuit.
Pseudo
Got it
wetsuit?
at Bloomingdale's. I saw this ad in the paper and
But
I
that's
loved
not
it.
it's not a jumpsuit, is it? It's not. I mean,
Yeah, it's all one piece.
is that what a jumpsuit means?
Yeah,
One piece?
One piece.
So you jump in and out of the suit, is it?
Yeah, I guess so.
And what were you going to say?
I was going to say that I know that you get embarrassed when people give you gifts, but I left some scuba gear behind so you could go diving in the East River next time you go out.
Did you really leave me scuba gear?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Really expensive stuff?
Expensive.
It was very nice. Very nice of you. Now tell me about this show. Now you were Miss America, Miss Universe,
Miss
1980.
Universe, 1980.
Now how do you go from that to 4 years later becoming involved in this Ocean Quest?
Very carefully. I don't know. I was trying to be an actress in Hollywood, and I was getting bored with the same old roles, you know, getting put in a bathing suit and standing there and not getting a chance to talk.
Well,
And
wait a
now I
minute,
got
wait
put
a
in a
minute.
bathing
Wait a minute.
suit,
Here's you in a
but I
bathing
got to
suit.
talk in this one.
Well, at least they were letting you talk.
No, actually, there's very little of the show where I'm in a bathing suit. Most of the time I'm covered from head to toe with a wetsuit or a dry suit or whatever.
You lived with men for a year dressed like this?
Yeah,
Guys at sea for a year and you were dressed like that?
I know.
Well, that doesn't seem fair, does it? Had you done any diving before you took
No,
this?
not at all.
Now, how did you get the gig, the job? I'm trying to be a little hipper. Forgive me.
No, it's okay. No, God, you make me laugh. I can't.
Well,
Well, there was a casting call, like a regular job in an acting studio or whatever, and they also had put an ad in the paper, a year of your life for the adventure of your life.
this actually took an entire year out of your life?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I didn't answer the ad, although it was out, and other people did. I went in a casting call, and they said, hey, this is 1 week out of every month. You won't have to dive deeper than 60 feet, and it'll be, you know, great promotions, da-da-da-da. And I went, wow, this sounds great, you know,
So you
5-hour
did.
miniseries.
Yeah.
Then I went to Al Giddings, and he told me a different story. He said this is 7 days a week for 11 to 12 months, diving 200 feet, sometimes under ice caps in the Antarctic. And
Now, you weren't really gone for that long, were you, at one time?
yeah.
What's the longest period you
Oh,
were away from everything?
well, let's see, a month.
Well,
In the
that's
Antarctic.
pretty tough.
Yeah.
And this is Al here in the picture we
That's
saw?
Al Giddings.
Now, Al became your, he taught you how to dive?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
taught me how to dive. He.
Al
That's
and
all he did.
Now, you went to Antarctica, right?
Right.
Now, how do you get down there? This is the South Pole we're talking about,
South
right?
Pole, right.
Yeah.
Well, you first have to go to New Zealand because there the National Science Foundation provides you with all the clothing and the gear to get ready to go to New Zealand because that's the only stop until you get to McMurdo Station. Then
How
you
long a
get
flight is that?
5 hours on a C-141. Real, you know, no frills.
There
plane.
are no commercial flights to the South Pole.
No commercial flights.
All right.
And,
How cold is it down there?
well, on the plane over, it was 20 degrees below zero. Once we got there, it was 80 degrees below zero.
On the plane, it's 20 below?
Yeah.
Did
have
you
to
mention that to a stewardess?
If I could have found one, I would have.
Ring that little button. Could we have a blanket here, please? 80 below when you land.
Right.
Now, okay, and you're going to dive under the ice cap.
Ice caps,
Now,
10 feet of ice.
why do you and Al want to do that?
Well, he says in the film to have fun, but we were doing it really to film all the it's 1,000-foot visibility under the ice there because everything is so clean that there's no
Is that
plant
because
life.
of the temperature, obviously?
The
Nothing's
temperature
growing?
kills all the things that live, except there's a lot of animal life. There's starfish, cod, and Waddell seals, and it's really beautiful, but there's so little growing that it's really crystal clear. It's a beautiful thing to film, and actually, as you look up through the water to the hole where the ice hole's been made, it looks like outer space.
Yeah. Is this
really
dangerous,
beautiful.
really?
It is if you don't know what you're doing, and if you're with people who don't know what they're doing.
But you were with Al.
I was with Al.
Now, does Al know anything about this, or did he just...
Yes, he's been diving in the North Pole before. He'd never been to the South Pole. And it's
I guess they
similar.
would be...
It's very similar.
Very similar. Did you see sharks down there?
No sharks.
Newts? Any newts?
Nudibranchs.
We have some videotape, I guess, don't we, or film or something?
I
All right,
think
we're
so.
going to do a commercial, and then we'll look at it. And then later, we're going to bother the Today Show, so come on back for this and other things. Don't worry. Sean Weatherly here, ex-Miss Universe. 1980 it was?
That's right.
Who was runner-up that year?
Miss Scotland.
What did we ever hear from her? Nothing?
Nothing, unfortunately.
She'll never work again.
Oh, I liked her so much. She
Nice
and I
woman?
were roommates at the pageant.
Was that a good experience?
Very good.
You found people to be
For the
friendly,
most part.
most part?
Yeah, I think so.
Any nasty episodes?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Miss Venezuela said, I didn't understand Spanish, and I still really don't, but I had someone translate it for me. She said, muy simpátique. Is, you're not nice, I think, or something?
Muy simpático?
Muy no simpático?
What does that mean? It means you're very nice. What did you do, punch her?
No.
I think
No, not that I
means,
know of.
It means just the opposite,
Well,
doesn't it?
no, maybe she said something,
She
but
was
when
paying
I
you a
had it
compliment.
Oh, really?
And you snubbed her. Nice going. Oh, brother. Is it any
told you I
wonder
didn't
the
speak
world is in the
Spanish.
condition it's in now? Ex-Miss Universe. These are NBC television releases. Ex-Miss Universe fights to save whales from fishermen's nets. Did you do that, really?
Well,
Come on.
we were hanging around watching. I don't know if I really did anything.
All right. NBC promotion department, ladies and gentlemen. Ex-Miss Universe faces undersea peril beneath Antarctic ice.
That's true.
Okay. 5-part Ocean Quest series to premiere. Former Miss Universe explores mysteries of world's oceans.
That's
I
true.
guess you did that.
Yeah.
Undersea expert and neophyte diver eaten by giant newts. We have some footage here. I guess this is from your Antarctic dive, right?
I don't know. I thought it was the gray reef sharks, but maybe it is.
Is it the
Antarctic.
gray reef sharks or the Antarctic? It's the gray reef sharks. My mistake. I'm sorry. I've been on vacation.
It's okay.
All right, go ahead and tell them what we're going to see, Sean.
This is a gray reef shark, and we wore these chainmail suits like
You and
butchers
Al.
wear.
Yeah.
So that we could get close enough to them to film them, so that when they actually would bite us, it didn't hurt because
You did let him bite you.
well, you can't help it when you get that close. It's
Yeah.
not like a white shark that'll eat you whole. This one just nibbles. So
I see. Okay.
yeah.
Scary, was it?
Yeah, this
Okay.
is really scary.
All right, this is from Ocean Quest. Has this been on already? It's going to be on the next time.
I think this is the next show, next Sunday,
Oh, they're every Sunday night.
for 4 more Sundays.
Oh, that's
yeah.
good. People will get used to seeing it there then. Okay, here it is somewhere. Just, yeah, roll it.
Sharks all over us, and they're not going to be trying to bite us, but they're going to bite us by mistake. Circle, 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 and then all of a sudden one gets into the bait and begins to feed, and the competition is Olympic. I mean, they'll just shred everything in sight, including people if it gets out of hand. Things get real hairy. Don't take off swimming. I mean, that's a couple of years ago. We did, something similar, and it got really out of hand. And I just lay on the bottom, put my hands over my head, and didn't move for about 5 minutes. Just take your hands and put your hands up over your face mask, and just hold your face mask real tight against your face, and get down on your knees and just face into the coral, or lay on your stomach. The only possibility of getting nailed is in the face. All right?
Attacked. The massacre begins.
Now, is the deal here that every one of these things you get into trouble and Al has to rescue you?
No way.
That's what it looked like. Don't worry, if there's trouble, I'll be there.
Well, he did in the beginning. He treated me like a little golden retriever. Here, go do this, and that kind of stuff. And then finally, I got so sick of it. I said, I don't want everybody. I mean, I've had enough of being patronized,
Had enough of Al, I'm sure.
And then I've also had, I just said, let me get out of it once. And a couple of times, I actually got him out of trouble. And then they showed a stronger side to me eventually. But after many talks and discussions about it.
Would you do this again? Take a year out of your life and do this sort of thing?
No way.
And what are you going to do next? What's next for the former Miss Universe?
Oh, I've got the female lead. Stop calling me that. I hate that. Sean Weatherly. I just want to be Sean Weatherly.
What's next for Sean? By the way, there's a guy up there. Stand up, pal. Have you ever seen that guy before, that deadbeat there?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, good. He's from your hometown. You're going to do what now?
I just got the female lead in Police Academy 3. So
Police Academy 3?
I'm really excited about that.
All right.
I get to play an assertive female police recruit, and I'm really excited.
Well, it was
I get
nice
to
meeting you.
Punch Gutenberg in the stomach.
Good for you. Thanks for the gifts.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. Sean Weatherly, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go bother the Today Show after Station That Entertainment.
Okay, hi, welcome back to the program. We're on the, what floor are we on? The 7th floor, and we're facing 5th Avenue here in Midtown Manhattan, and just out that window, across what in the wintertime is the ice skating rink, during the summertime it's a restaurant. Right over there is the Today Show. It's the prime time version of the Today Show. Let me show you a little something here, give you an idea, put this all in perspective. Hold that a second, will you? This was an ad we had for our last 90-minute special. This was our 3rd year anniversary. Not too bad, you're saying to yourself. Pretty darn impressive, huh? Okay, that was our 90-minute special, 3rd year anniversary. Remember, the Today Show comes on at dawn. They show cartoons. Take a look at this ad. Unbelievable, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? It's the size of a beach towel. All right, so that's what they're doing. They're right over there, the primetime Today Show. And are they doing something now? Okay. See what we can do here. Go ahead, Carl. Take a look out there. Let me see somebody's belongings. Okay. All right. Can you see him, Carl? We got them. There's Brian.
Attention, people of New York City. Seated near the restaurant, I would like to introduce to you the hip young cast from the CBS News program West 57. My name is Lawrence Grossman, the president of NBC News. This primetime program was my idea, and I'm not wearing pants. I have removed my pants. Willard, come up here. There is a woman who is 150 years young today. 150. Wish her a happy birthday. Can you people see this ad? Take a look at this ad. Can you see this? Of course not. It's for my show. Can you see this ad? It's a kite. Merry Christmas, Jane. Go ahead and light the tree. Thank you. Get on with the tree lighting. Good night.
What do we do now? Oh, we have Toots Thielmans, and then we'll be right back.
Tomorrow on this program, Tom Hanks, Mickey Mantle, and nightlife personality Diane Brill. What does that mean? Nightlife personality?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Oh, would you like to come before our cameras and say that? Turns out she's a better version of one of our previous guests. But he won't say whom. That'll be tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get on with it, shall we? My next guest is a very funny man. He is one of the stars of a movie called Spinal Tap, or rather, this is Spinal Tap. He worked in this building for a few hours last season on Saturday Night Live, and currently has his own television special on Cinemax called It's Just TV, starring Harry Shearer. Please welcome Harry Shearer.
Very nice to see you.
Sitting down, and I'm putting this on the desk next to Dave.
You have their tape recorder.
Dave, I do a radio show in Los Angeles, and I do a lot of on-the-spot stuff. So I'm giving the listeners...
You're actually tape recording this.
I'm giving the listeners a guest's eye view of what it's like to be a guest.
And what will you do with this tape?
I may play it back if I'm good, if you're good, if the tape's good. You know, if I'd been in your shoes over the weekend, I might have tape recorded Madonna's wedding.
No, see, I didn't go to the wedding.
You was in the Los Angeles Times. You went to Madonna's wedding.
I didn't go.
Among 200 of Hollywood's hippest.
No, it was Super Agent Stanley
Kamen. Yeah.
No, we just motored by the house. Now you're not gonna, Harry.
Super motorist, David Letterman.
You're not gonna take this audio tape and make me appear to be stupid.
No, sir. No, sir. I would not do that to you.
This is only to be used for good.
This is journalistic in scope.
All right, I'll leave this here then.
Yeah. It's just evidence.
All right.
In case my VCR doesn't work.
What kind of things do you do on your radio show? What station is it on? Where can people find it?
People in the Southern California area could find it on KCRW FM. But I took it on the road for a week. I took a radio show on the road.
You worked at WLS?
WLS in Chicago, which is this huge monster
50,000 watt clear channel?
Yeah. Yeah. Stephen Gary. I was on the Stephen Gary show. Stephen Gary went on vacation. These two zanies. And I took their place. And we did a lot of nutty stuff. Albert Brooks did a thing with me where he was a man who had just missed breaking the sound barrier. Had gone up right before Chuck Yeager, had gotten to 80 miles within Mach 1.
It come so darn close.
And the commanding officer said, "Come on back down." And he was torn between obeying the order and going for it. And he obeyed the order, and Chuck Yeager went up the next day and got the records.
Yeah. Did you enjoy being at WLS?
It was weird. It's a very weird place. It's fabulous. I had a wonderful time. But you can't play records there. You can only play tapes. And the tapes have to be made by engineers, but the engineers can't play the records to put them on the tapes. That's a member of the musicians union called a record turner. There's a job called a record turner. Man does it named Moose. So you can't play a record unless Moose is here.
It sounds like probably a highly skilled technician, Moose.
A veteran. A veteran at his task, yeah.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Now, WLS has long been just a powerhouse in the Midwest.
A giant rocker of mid-America, yeah.
Now, they still playing rock and roll, or did you...
Yeah, I played rock and roll. I didn't play off the playlist, though.
Yeah, your own stuff?
I was a bad guy, yeah. Well, you're in for a week. What are they going to do? You have to leave on Thursday.
Yeah. Now, being back here in the building, would it bring any thoughts back about your old job at Saturday Night Live?
Those few hours, those golden few hours, yeah. It's weird to be back in this building anyway, because you have this thing with some people at NBC News. I have a bee in my bonnet about Tom Brokaw. The man makes as much money as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. To choose just one recent world champion. He has no hook shot that I know of. And Kareem can say all 26 letters of the alphabet. You know? Tom can't even pronounce his own salary. He can't pronounce the word salary. Tom, what do you make? My salary is $2 million.
Now, which letter is it? He's having
it's a liquid L.
Liquid L.
Yeah. So where do they send him? You know, time of a big crisis? Send him to Lebanon. Today, the militia is still in control of the airliner. That doesn't sound like news to me.
Did you ever hear from Tom about this?
No, sir, I did not. I haven't done anything about it, but I just...
Yeah, actually, what can you do?
What can you do?
Your hands are pretty much tied.
You'd figure, you know, for $2 million, maybe there'd be a therapist, you know, on call or something.
But he's a fine newsman, don't you think?
An expert journalist. There's no disputing the man's credentials, Dave.
Now, any thoughts, though, about your old job?
Well, it was a difficult place to work. We were told that all the old traditions were going to be thrown out the window when we went last year.
Anything goes.
Anything goes. We weren't going to have the thing of guest hosts all the time. That's what got me, was guest hosts. The idea of that just anybody from sports or politics could come in and read cue cards with the skill that trained actors could, you know? It seems to imply a certain disrespect for comedy. It's like, good afternoon, Mr. Letterman. They're wheeling you in on the gurney. I'll be your surgeon today, Dr. Morris. Your nurse is Nurse Kramer. Your anesthesiologist is Senator Daniel Patrick Moynihan. Doesn't inspire the kind of confidence you want at a time like that. It's the same with this, you know. But, you know, you can take... There was a lot of things that went on up there. You can take a lot away from a man, Dave, but you cannot take the respect.
That's right.
Either get the respect or you don't get the respect.
Well, that's
you know,
true.
People say, what went on up there? Let me just sum up, if I can, the reason why I left. That's it. That's all there is to it.
We, you know, this, your show on, is it Cinemax?
Cinemax. You get cable, don't you?
I get, no, you know, my cable, now that you brought it up, half of them don't work now. It just, half of them went dark.
That's the channels?
Yeah, I used to get 9 million channels.
So you
now
can't get Australian rules football anymore?
No, I don't get that. So I haven't seen the entire program, but I understand.
The entire program? It's half an hour.
I haven't seen the entire program.
Oh, okay.
But I understand it's very, very funny.
Thank you.
Now, we're going to look at a little bit of it here?
We're going to look at a little bit of it. It's about a convention. I thought maybe there's a place where they have a convention every year where they sell the TV programs that aren't good enough to make it on the network. Shows like Wheel of Fortune, name that tune. Not that they're not good shows.
It's just for syndicated
putting on
shows.
the spots, you know, the shows that are syndicated. So this is a convention where people buy and sell this kind of programming. Kurt Gowdy is represented there with a new show he's doing. They have a Charles Kuralt show, which is can't deal with on the road because CBS owns the road concept. So they asked, well, what's he like around the house? That's his show. And then there's a new show that Dick Clark's done where he's added still more water to it and still is trying to sell it as milk.
Okay, so this is a sample of what we're going to see on It's Just TV with Harry Shearer. Watch your monitors, folks.
This week in rock and roll, a quick once-over of the past 7 days in the life of the fast lane. I'm Kurt Gowdy. What's in a name, the poet once said. Well, one young man who's sure to agree is a performer who first came to prominence in the early 1980s as Johnny Cougar. About a year ago, he changed his name to John Cougar Mellencamp, and he's enjoyed tremendous success. But this week, he announced that for religious reasons, he'll be changing his name till the end. So fans, watch for a new album early next month from John Camp Cougar Melon. Good luck, Johnny.
There's a special kind of smell to a working kitchen. In a way, it's the only tangible evidence of an age-old battle. The unending war between Greece and Ajax.
Well, sir, if the good people at NBC renew the blooper show for another year, you'll be seeing a lot more of these customized bloopers. Watch for them. We know they'll be fun. Next time, we'll meet the guy who puts the cuckoo sound over the swear words. If he's asleep, we're out of business. Till then, Dick Clark reporting for Blooper News.
Dick Clark's Blooper News. Now, Paul is on the show, is he not?
Paul Shearer makes a special guest appearance on the program in the unlikely role of Paul Shearer.
Oh, yeah.
First time you have played yourself on television, am I correct?
Well, I play myself every night.
Well, I'm in a dramatic context.
Yeah, that's true, Harry, yes.
How was Paul to work with in this?
Paul was a dream. Paul was a director's dream. He was on time. He hit his marks every time.
Okay. We're just about done here, aren't we?
Really?
Can I turn this off now?
Are you embarrassed by it?
Well, I know what's going to happen, so I'll just turn it off. You're going to use this to make me look goofy.
No, I'm
not that you need anything to make me look goofy, but
it will be used to. You want to see if it's working?
No, I know it's working. I see that there.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's oh my God! Now what? Oh. Okay, all right.
It's a union violation.
You can't turn it off.
Yeah, you can.
Harry, listen, nice to see you. Good luck with your show.
Thanks, Dave.
And do something with this. Harry Shearer, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. It's always a pleasure to have my next guest sit in with Paul and the band. He can be seen quite often these days on videos with Billy Joel. Is that true? Yeah. You were in a Billy Joel video? Also with Julian Lennon, and he will be appearing live in concert on August 31st at Heckscher State Park. Is that true?
That's true.
Heckscher State Park?
Long Island,
Islip, Long Island. Please welcome one of the greatest harmonica players of all time, Toots Thielmans.
back.
What other instruments you play besides harmonica?
Guitar and a little accordion.
This is your favorite?
And I whistle.
Yeah. You whistle, that's right.
Yeah.
Whistle a little something for us.
Well.
Very nice.
Song I wrote.
Very nice, yeah. What's the name of that's the...
Bluesette.
That's right. Okay, well, thanks a lot for being here. My thanks to Harry Shearer and also my thanks to Sean Weatherly. We're done. We'll see you tomorrow night, folks, with Mickey Mantle, Tom Hanks, and...